Our reporter Hitekani Magwedze joins us now from the Megawatt Park to talk us through more of what plans are underway at the power utility. Hitekani, a very good morning to you and thank you for joining us. Of course, we know that the country's experienced various load shedding stages, and the rain, of course, making and exacerbating the situation for several communities across the country. What are the latest developments that you're hearing as you stand outside a rainy day at Megawatt Park?
Not so much of a great morning for a lot of South Africans, waking up to a hangover of a stage 6 load shedding that South Africans experienced for the first time in the history, as far as we know, of Eskom. This was, of course, after the, as you rightly said, the weight on the already strained Eskom grid that the rain and the extreme weather in parts of South Africa is having on Eskom. Of course, we know that there have been an emergency team from Eskom that was sent out last night to try and make sure that the grid is brought back to at least a load shedding of stage 4, which is about 4,000 megawatts released from the grid, and to try and make sure that there is a lot less frequent load shedding and a lot less clients or households impacted by this. But as far as we know, as well as the president saying yesterday that there is a team that is sent out, but the overall plan still stays as restructuring and trying to rebuild Eskom to what it should be. But there doesn't seem to be an immediate plan to address the strain that is causing, or an immediate long-lasting plan to address the stage or the load shedding and the strain that the power utility is currently in. We know that the president, of course, is in a special official visit to Egypt, and we've had a lot of people complaining about how the president can leave the country on its most darkest night, and of course that's because the load shedding was on stage 6 last night. As far as we understand as well, the presidency saying that the president had already left the country when the stage 6 load shedding was announced. But we also know that he has been saying that he's been in communication with the Eskom leadership and the Public Enterprises Ministry, and he will continue to do so to ensure that the bold path that they've charted in restructuring and rebuilding the power utility stays on course. But really, a lot of households in the country, especially in the Pretoria West, are in the dark because of the power station that blew there. We also know that there was another power station here in Johannesburg that was in flames a couple of days ago. So a lot of various factors affecting the power utility, not making it easy for it to bring South Africa back to the light again.
Now, Hitekani, as the load stage of stage 6 came into effect, we really had a huge reaction among South Africans, but we're hearing that there's no cause for alarm, and that as the system is being effectively controlled, and also hearing about the technical glitches at the Medupi power station. What does this really mean for the ordinary South African on the ground?
Well, it really just means more blackouts, more load shedding, and more days or more sessions of no power in South Africa. But you have to also look at it in the bigger picture. In the first quarter of South Africa, in the year, the economy contracted, and meaning that it didn't grow, but it experienced negative growth. And in the last quarter in which we're in, you generally expect a lot more growth because it's the festive season. People are spending, people are going out there and using their money. So there's usually a pattern of positive growth in the fourth quarter. But because of the load shedding that is going on, especially because of the stage 6 load shedding that happened yesterday, you can expect negative growth again, which may impact South Africa quite badly and may threaten some type of, closeness or drawing closer to a recession. We know that the mining industry is also impacted quite badly. According to experts, the last time South African mining industry experienced also experiencing this type of turmoil, and we know that some mining industries or some mining companies in the country are close to being forced to stopping their night shift sessions in mining. Impala Platinum is one of them, the third largest platinum mining company in the world, is saying that its night shift is being impacted, and that will impact about 20,000 thousands of miners who work the night shift, and that is of course going to impact a lot of households in the country. So there is an overall impact that these rolling blackouts, even stage 4 blackouts, never mind stage 6, will impact ordinary people, because it will undoubtedly impact the economy. So a lot of impact. Also the tourism industry. I mean, we saw the cable car in Cape Town was halted mid-trip because of the power cuts. And that will undoubtedly also impact tourism. I mean, it's a festive season. People are traveling to the country, and rolling blackouts are definitely not going to give us a good light, despite the country being as beautiful as it is.
Thank you so much. Let's leave it there. Our reporter Hitekani Magwedze joining us from the Megawatt Park, of course, monitoring what is essentially a developing story as stage 4 has been implemented of load shedding, coming down from stage 6 experienced last night.